Hi, my name is Adif Chief and I'm a musician, originally from Brunei and currently based in Kampala, Uganda. I've lived in East Africa for almost 4 years now, and throughout my time being here, I have been influenced by a lot of musical influences from within the region, and the combination of all this absorption of all of the different kind of music that I listened to here was the culmination of my self-titled EP album, which was released last year. And to those who are not familiar, my music is a fusion of rock, blues, Mr. Tara music, and also African music, particularly from places like Mali, West Africa, and also here in East Africa, where I was based in Tanzania. Now, the EP itself was financed entirely by crowdfunding, and if you're not aware of what crowdfunding is, it's a kind of a financial model where you raise funds to get a project or product release. So in this case, I was getting contributions from friends and fans to get my album released. And bear in mind, I'm not signed to any major label or major record company to get released. So this was a very feasible and viable way to do so. Right. And usually with crowdfunding, the idea is that you raise enough money to cover the costs of getting the product or the project release. So in this case, when I was crowdfunding to get my EP album release, it paid for the musicians I've hired and the studio engineer who had to master my album to make it sound professional, and also to cover the costs for promotion, to promote my album online, basically. So this was done through blogs and primarily through blogs and reviews, of course. So that was what was covered. And now, just almost a year after I've released my first album, another album has come up this time and comprised entirely of new songs, which I've been composing over the past 6 months. And this time around, it will be a full-length LP, which means that it will be more than 4 songs. So the idea is that I would like to get this album released sometime in November. So before the release of the album, there will be 3 to 4 singles released prior to the album itself. And the album itself, along with the songs, will be distributed digitally by East African Records, of which I have signed a contract with them to do so. But saying that, my music will also be available on Bandcamp. I'm very excited about this album because I believe that the songs I've written this time around really presents a wider palette, not only of my taste, but what I think you as the listener or as a fan would really enjoy. So for my upcoming second album, there are 8 songs that needs to be finished, and this time around the costs associated with getting this album released would be to cover for the musicians involved, and also to cover for album artwork and also photography for promotional purposes. The target funds for this crowdfunding campaign stands at $510 US, which is also equivalent to 680 Brunei dollars. And this is just for the digital release of my album. As part of the crowdfunding campaign, there will be several categories which you can contribute to. So with each category you get certain benefits. So for example, if you want to fully crowdfund the total cost, then in return you can get, for example, one souvenir from me or one memorabilia that is associated with the recording of the album. Of course, you get the whole album ahead of the release date. and also there are always certain perks and benefits that you can get. And this goes out to all the categories. Benefits can include a mention of credits in the liner notes of the album. You can also be credited as an executive producer for the whole album, or for a single, or for a song. You can also, in some categories, you can also have an exclusive online concert that I can arrange with you. It can be done through Zoom or Skype or any online platform of your choice. So there's all these categories and benefits that will be listed throughout my social media. There's also the possibility that if there's enough demand to warrant releasing the album in physical formats, then it is also a possibility. So things like releasing it in vinyl or CDs, if there are enough numbers to justify the release of it, then it can be done. So how can you help with contributing to the crowdfunding campaign? You can send your funds via PayPal, and if you're based in Brunei, you can also send them via BIBD and Baidu. Another way that you can help to make this crowdfunding campaign a success is by actually sharing this video around on your social media so that more people are aware of it. As part of my crowdfunding campaign, I will be uploading a list of songs, although they're not entirely finished, whereby you can get to listen to them, and if you like it, then you can help to contribute via the different categories associated with this campaign. So for example, if you like a particular song, then there's a category for that where you can contribute and get it released. So the deadline for this crowdfunding campaign will be on the 31st of May. So hopefully that should be enough time to gather the funds needed to get the album released as soon as possible. And if the crowdfunding campaign is a success, then the idea is that the album will be released sometime in November, and prior to that there'll be 3 or 4 singles to follow suit. If you made it to the end of this video, then I would like to thank you so much for your time and patience. It really means so much to me as a musician and as an artist that you are invested in my craft. Without your support, it wouldn't be possible for me to get my music out there, and I want to thank you so much for making this happen. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you in advance for contributing to my crowdfunding campaign and for sharing this video throughout your social media. Have a good day.